Welcome to the Coffee Club. We hoist our cups and then glug glug. A finer group of friends you will not meet. Coffee Club!
Here we go with the Coffee Club on a Friday, March 22nd here in Hometown Family Radio. We got a couple of more guests that are coming in here a little bit later on, but we're going to start things off here early this morning with Bailey and Molly, who are joining us in studio here for a fine Friday morning. Josh and Haley, too. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great. Yeah, nice. All right.
Broken bracket, but we're all right.
No. Just out of curiosity, who's leading the bracket challenge?
Here at the radio station.
Can you say it just a little bit louder for the people in the back?
You are. Just wait until after this today. Today's the day.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I'm sure I'll get hosed today pretty bad. But yeah, Bailey and Molly, you guys have some pretty cool things coming up from Community Hospital. So want to kind of enlighten us on that a little bit here, Bailey?
Yeah, so we have a lot of upcoming events here in March. I know we're kind of coming to the end, but we still have quite a bit going on. We do have our community wellness fair where we have those discounted blood tests. We do that in partnership with McCook Clinic. They help us with our billing for that. So we have that on March 27th in our Prairie View meeting rooms from 7 to 9 a.m. They are listed on our Facebook page. So if you want more information, go to Community Hospital Facebook. We also have our blood draw form there. So if you want to come prepared, you can have it filled out. You can even have your check wrote out to McCook Clinic. And it's going to be just a great day. We have hearing screenings also for free, and we have blood pressure checks. So you can kind of do some wellness on March 27th.
March 27th. Tell us the idea behind this. Where did this come from, and what are you guys working on there at the hospital with it?
Yeah, we really just want to promote community wellness, and we want everyone to have access to those discounted blood draws so that they can, if they don't have insurance, maybe they can be a little bit more affordable, as well as just getting in to see your provider for annual health screenings. It helps a lot, and there's a lot of preventative measures that you can catch something early. So
yeah, very good.
If it makes you feel better, I got my results back the other day, and I am A-OK. Little high blood pressure, but nothing to be worried about.
Yeah. You freak doctors out all the time anyway, don't you?
I'm like a walking Grey's Anatomy patient. It's like every time I walk in, they're always like, what is wrong with that guy? But no, I did my blood test and I got everything good, and it was a good A-OK. So yeah, I took advantage of it.
Was
That's
I not
good.
loud enough?
Well, no.
What does this do?
I just put for those that are not watching online, I put a pop filter on there just to make you sound better. So you're good. Yeah. Now you can do the pop your peas and have plosives and the technical terms, but no, that's good. So for the health fair that's coming up, where is it taking place, and what do people have to do anything ahead of time?
Nope. So it is a walk-in, and if you want to come straight into our hospital main entrance, or if I get things rolling, we can have the side door unlocked where you can just come straight into the Prairie View A meeting room. It's just you Y off of the main entrance, a little bit towards the healing garden. That'll be in that room from 7 to 9, and feel free to walk in. If you want to be prepared, fill out that form and have your check ready.
Okay. So this is just one of the many projects you're working on, though. So what are some other things that you have planned for the summer?
Yeah, so this month we also have Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month, and we're in partnership with CHI Cancer Center in Kearney, and we are providing free colorectal test kits for those who are 45 and older. If you're under that age, you are welcome to get a test, especially if you have any of those, any of those markers going for you or against you, I guess. So it's really important to detect colorectal cancer early because it increases your chance of successful treatment. And I got some stats here from the American Cancer Society just to add some urgency.
All right, go ahead.
So for men, you have a 1 in 23 chance, and for women, it's a 1 in 25. And this obviously varies on risk factors as well. So
those are pretty big numbers.
And that was in the United States, not just like Nebraska or anywhere. It's the United States as a whole. So if you have any questions about the health fair or the colorectal cancer, if you want a kit, We do those until March 31st. That is, I believe, a Saturday or Sunday, so the 29th or however. You can call 308-344-8550. And then lastly, we have one more event coming up. It's in April 11th. We have our Healthy Connections. It was previously known as Sterling Connection. So it's kind of just a little change. That's a free lunch and learn for those who are 50 and older. We have Dr. Tice, a new orthopedic surgeon. He's going to be talking on hips. So we have a great time for that. That's 11:30.
Do you know what that is?
What was it?
What you said hits? Talking about hits?
Hips.
Oh, hips.
Like hip replacements.
Okay.
Like your hips don't lie.
Yes, so he'll kind of touch on like hip replacements or like other important aspects of healthy aging and keeping your movement, fluid and stuff. So if you do want to come to that does require an RSVP so we can have lunch ready for you, which if nothing else, free lunch. Right. So that needs to be turned into me by March 28th to 308-344-8255.
Okay. Man, it's like you've got one event coming and another one right behind it, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. And even we just got done with Career Discovery Days and Bison Days, and we actually have the Industrial Tour coming up on Tuesday. So we are one thing after another.
So with the Bison Days and Career Days, do you get to be a part of that or you just help organize it?
I help organize it.
Okay.
Molly and I actually did have a session this year at Career Days. We had a marketing session.
Yeah.
We had lower numbers, but I think
no, they loved it. We're a great time, obviously.
Yeah, people even commented in my little anonymous survey, like marketing was great.
Yeah.
So
the reason
we reached someone.
The reason I ask is, do you ever see kind of the light come on for people and they're starting to make some decisions towards healthcare? Because that happened for my daughter at community hospital.
And I think what I think that Bailey did a good job of, obviously there's a lot of clinical pieces, and they're letting kids go into see x-rays and go into labor and delivery, into the ambulance bay and all those places. But then also there's this other side of healthcare that I don't think, like, I know I didn't realize. I mean, you realize, but you just don't pay attention to it until you're actually in it. And that's like marketing or billing or those other areas that we have to have people that understand healthcare but are doing a different job in healthcare. And so when we offered that marketing course, it was really just to say, hey, there's these other positions that you can have a bachelor's degree in business and come and work in a hospital and do something that's not clinical. You don't have to like blood or something like that.
Not everybody has to have a 7-year degree.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, some of us still do have that. And we just keep on rolling.
Yeah.
It's fun. We have a good time. And I think we noticed that kids even were like, oh, I didn't realize that you can do marketing. We talked about like social media and how important that is to what we're doing in marketing right now. And they were like, TikTok, it just didn't ever dawn on them that is a piece of what we're doing. Yeah. And really, I think that's a really important piece of what we were teaching kids. So.
All right, folks like to learn more about the health fair or any of those things, best outlet to learn more information?
Yes, you can visit our Facebook page, CH McCook, or you can come call me at 308-344-8550.
All right, you can find that here coming soon. Haley, what is our weekend poll here?
Our weekend poll is, who is your pick to win the men's NCAA tournament?
Okay, so I'll start because...
You're winning.
I am winning right now. Out of the station pool, all of those, and the bracket challenge.
The winner has to buy lunch.
Okay, that's fine. I'm completely fine with that. I did pick Nebraska to go all the way, and not only all the way, but win the championship. And here's my actual bracket. So, yes, I did pick Nebraska, mostly because I'm a homer. Nebraska made the tournament, so I can't go against Nebraska,
bold move.
Right? Mm-hmm. It is very bold. Mm-hmm. I don't feel like I'm probably going to be the top bracket at the end, but...
And technically, we can't win anyway, so why not have fun with it?
Right.
Yeah, so we had Cordell pick a bracket, and we did colors. And if he didn't decide what color he wanted, then we said the name or the mascot. And he has Baylor winning the whole thing. So
wow.
Because
it's not that long of a shot, really.
Because they're green.
Oh.
He loves green.
Obvious.
And so it's his final two is NC State and Baylor, which I told Darcy, I'm like, that's not really that bad of a pick right now.
Yeah.
He's still in it.
It's like anybody can lose. Yeah, he picked all the upsets.
Haley,
So-
who'd you pick for the NCAA tournament?
I took UConn and Houston to the final, picking Houston all the way.
Again, that's okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, gals, did you do a bracket?
If you live in my house, you have to do a bracket.
It's kind of a rule.
It's been really fun. My son is 13. He's a 7th grader, and he's really gotten into basketball. And it's been like he stays up late and they chat, and it's just been really fun. So, anyways, I'm gonna get booed out of the studio, I'm sure, but I picked Iowa to go all the way. Iowa, and Houston.
Iowa State.
And listen.
That is strike 2
Right.
this morning.
No,
Listen.
it's Iowa State. Iowa is a different story, but Iowa State's fine.
Right. And so the problem is I picked Iowa. Aren't they in it?
No,
Oh,
Iowa
okay,
State.
Iowa State.
We're
So
talking
then-
about the men's tournament, right?
Yeah.
Just okay.
And so the problem is they're not going to get very far, but I didn't want UConn to go anywhere
yeah.
close.
Right.
So I just had to have them kind of come in from the bottom, And my bracket's already toast. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so I handed Bailey. Did you pick a team? It doesn't matter.
I'm a bandwagoner. when I don't know, I'll just cheer for whoever
Whoever's winning.
I'm with. If they're like this fan, then I'll just
Okay.
So
follow along.
My mom, she likes colors and mascots.
That's where Cordell gets it from.
Yeah. So last year she picked the Peacocks, and she soared through our bracket because she had the Peacocks, and they kept winning each step until like the Elite Eight, I think is what they made it to.
Yeah, the Cinderella story.
Yeah. And so I got Iowa State and Purdue. Those are my two.
That's our weekend poll. If you want to go to the Coyote Country Facebook page, who did you pick to win it all for the NCAA men's tournament? And you can make your post there. We'd love to see it.
We have my sister-in-law said UConn.
Really?
That's it. I just get tired of them winning all the time. So I couldn't put them anywhere near it. Same with Kentucky, and I was thrilled when they lost last night.
Honestly, I'm surprised that they made their coach ride the same plane. I thought they were going to say, you're done
See
after
ya.
making
Right.
1 in 3 tournaments where he's lost the first one. 1 in 4, his first one. So, yeah,
That's nuts.
I figured they would say, you're taking a different plane and it's not back to
Well,
Kentucky.
it's like that one team that they did fire their coach before, and they won, and he's now at the tournament, but he's not even employed by. I don't know what team that is. It's somebody.
Who's sponsoring his trip, huh?
Yeah, they'll have to pay for him, I think, but then he's like not employed there. Crazy.
Next topic for Coffee Club this morning. What meal traumatized you as a kid?
What meal?
What meal traumatized you as a kid?
Liver and onions.
Did you had liver and onions like a lot?
Yeah, really.
One time. We walked in. No, what was it that grandma salmon? What was the salmon soup?
Ooh.
Salmon soup.
They called us
So, yeah.
for lunch on our lunch. We're like, oh yeah, let's do this.
Yeah, they called us to come over for lunch.
That's what it was.
You have to be on that mic. We cannot hear you. What'd you say?
I said they called us over because we both worked at Walmart at that time. They called us over and said, hey, we're fixing lunch. Just come over. They didn't tell us what it was. And they're like, we made salmon soup, and this salmon was in the fridge for like
Gosh,
months.
Oh,
And it was like
It
chunks.
smelled awful.
There was chunks of salmon, chunks of celery and onion in just like water.
oh man.
It was just absolutely. And they would take saltine crackers, and they weren't even like crushing up in there. They just scooped it with the saltine crackers. That ruined me. And I like smoked salmon. Mm-hmm. But I don't eat regular salmon since then.
Yeah. How about you, Molly? What meal traumatized you as a kid?
Well, you guys know my hate for cheese.
Yeah.
This isn't the first time we've talked about it. So the thing about it is that, bless my mom's heart, but she like wouldn't make a piece that was not cheesed. So I just had to eat it. I just didn't.
So is it all cheeses?
Yeah. I'll
Or
eat
like-
pizza.
Or like just melty cheese? Like
No, all. Oh, no, don't give me a block of cheese, please, God. So, yeah, pretty much anything. And then the other thing that I cannot stand, and I think it's because of casseroles, cooked cabbage. Like, why? Who's cooking cabbage?
So you don't like runzas?
No. No
What?
way. No way.
Oh my.
No way.
That's strike 3.
Yeah, I'm like, you moved to
Yeah.
Nebraska.
She's done.
Like home.
we
of-
didn't even know what Arunza was till we moved here. I
Oh,
was
now
like,
wait a minute.
what?
Have you tried a beer rock? Because that's different.
Yeah.
The sauerkraut.
Also cabbage.
Okay. Bailey, what
I get you.
meal traumatized you as a kid?
I don't know. We had a lot of casseroles, and like we kind of like had this same routine of like a casserole, tacos, spaghetti. So I kind of for a while just hated
All of them?
any of those. I don't know necessarily if there's anything that.
Tuna casserole.
I like tuna
I
casserole.
had it at the hospital the other day, and it was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Actually, I had spaghetti at the hospital, and that was like honestly, really surprisingly how good that was.
Hospital food is so good. You guys need to come up for
And
a
the
We eat
brunch.
there, we eat there
You
every
don't-
day. You guys should come
Yeah.
have
I had
lunch
a-
with
I
us.
You
had
don't have to be at the hospital.
No.
Okay.
No,
Yep, it's open to the community
And
now
it's like
that
$4.50
Yeah.
for an entree. It's cheap and delicious.
they had $5 brisket sandwiches, and I was like,
Can you call me on that day? Just hey,
Well, we
brisket
posted to
it.
our Facebook page.
Okay.
Yes.
Our
All right.
menus for each
most
week.
of the time, if I remember.
a lot of people they underestimate
Yeah.
the hospital's cafeteria and their gift shop.
Yeah.
Yes.
A
Don't
lot
sleep.
of my families, like if you're somebody in my family, you probably gotten something from the gift shop.
100%.
When we have cute Easter stuff there too. So if you need any cute Easter basket stuff, any of those little fun fillers,
Yeah.
check it out.
So Haley, how about you? What food or what meal traumatized you as a kid?
I would say anything with sauerkraut. I can't do sauerkraut.
That's two.
Cabbage.
I can do cabbage.
But it's not cooked like sauerkraut.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
if
just
it's
can't
cooked.
do.
So do you eat raw cabbage?
No. No way.
We should make.
I bet if I made her
something.
No, you
that
No.
Chinese coleslaw that I make,
So
I bet she would eat it.
I mean, if it's like in a dish that is kind of hidden, you know, like it is in Chinese food, some, you know, like
Yeah.
just pieces ish.
Yeah.
If it's a whole meal, like a runs up, nope, no way.
Okay.
What about you? What traumatized you?
Okay. You know how there's you know what a Snickers salad is, right?
Oh yes,
No.
Okay, it's basically Cool Whip. There's Snickers in there.
apples.
Apple. Oh. Oh yes.
Every, like,
It's amazing.
family gathering.
Every
It must be a
potluck.
Midwest thing. Listen, I'm from New Mexico.
We need to show her.
We
a few
don't have those
out here, guys.
things.
Snickers salad is brilliant. Somebody made a Snickers salad with Miracle Whip.
Oh, go.
Oh no.
I could walk up. I was walking up there and I saw it. I saw all the Snickers and everything sticking out in the apples. Knew exactly what it was. Dollop a big old thing on my plate. Get back. First bite.
Who would even think that?
Oh.
Did they read it wrong? Like
I don't
It's
know.
like that Friends
'Cause it's got
Friends
Cool Whip.
episode.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Or they were
The
like, I'm at
trifle.
home. I already have this started. I don't have that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just try this.
It give a little bitter taste.
You just
Did
can't.
they put sugar in it?
I don't remember. I didn't eat very much.
It'd have been a bite that I would have never forgotten.
That was one of those drape the napkin over.
Right. Push it around your plate a little bit.
Oh,
I'm
I
really good at
finished
those.
Oh, that was horrible. So, yeah, that was mine. Traumatized me very much well. So, next topic for Coffee Club here on a Friday morning. Finish this sentence. When I go shopping with my significant, it drives me nuts because. Molly, would you like to start for us?
Great.
I don't want to start. I don't want to start
listening.
Yeah, I don't want to start no fights or anything. But
The only thing I could think of is that when he comes with me to like Walmart, we always double the grocery bill. And I don't know if it's because I will only really buy like the actual things that are necessities of what we need. And he's like, oh yeah, we might like this. Or if we're buying more costly things. I don't know what it is, but we always double whenever we go grocery shopping together.
yeah, you're not alone.
I think it's vice versa for us. Like for me, like shopping means because we used to work there, and so when we walk in, my brother and I, when we walk in, people just have to flock to talk to us, and we're big guys, so you can't miss us. So like everybody knows when we walk in. So for Darcy, she hates going to the store with me because it's like an hour and a half, 2 hour process because people just stop and talk to me, even though if we got like 5 or 6 items in the cart.
That's what you do.
For me, it doesn't really bother me. I mean, I'd much rather just pull up and they put the groceries in the car and I leave. But for me to go in shopping, it doesn't really.
Yep.
Nothing really bothers me about that, except Darcy sometimes runs with the cart.
That would be mine too.
Yeah.
Michaela would absolutely hate going to Walmart because it takes forever. But then she's like a marathon sprinter in there.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
It's like it's got
dead
a
head, and I can't keep up.
5.0 and
Can you do that again?
no, not like the Jetsons. That's pretty dang close.
All right, Haley, how about you? When you go shopping with your significant, it drives you nuts to be called.
I know. I got this. Hales. We need this.
Hear me out.
Hear me out. Hales.
Hear me out.
Hales.
No.
You know what this could do for us? Hales.
Right. No, it takes forever. I want to get in, get my groceries, and get out.
Yeah.
He is we have to walk through the sporting good aisles every single time we're in that store, and nothing ever changes.
Yeah.
It's the same stuff,
It's always the same stuff.
but we have to walk through it every single time.
Admittedly, if we're out at Gary's, we'll always walk in the door together, but then we'll split, and she'll go do grocery shopping.
That never happens.
I'll be at the coffee section for a while, just kind of sniffing beans. And if we're over the other one, then same thing. I'm in the electronics and camping sporting goods area, and I don't usually buy things, but I just look at stuff, and
We don't split.
for very much long time.
If we split, I'd go back to the car.
Would you? Oh, there's a lot of times.
That would be my split.
There's a lot of times I offered to, especially if we got one of the grandkids with us or whatever.
We'll
I'm
stay in
like,
the car?
yeah, I'll stay in I'll stay in the car. It was like yesterday. The little baby Jack needed a nap, and we got a 2-hour nap. It was great. So, how about you, Bailey? What do you say?
Well, not married, but Colton definitely, if I want to go to Walmart, he will go with me because he knows that we will get in and get out.
Yeah.
One time I spent 2 hours in there because I was talking to people,
Yeah.
and then I just wanted to meander and look, and he was just like, no. Like, we are going in, you have a list, and we will go directly to those places in the order and the flow of the store, and we're
Yeah.
in and out. And
Yes, okay.
it's helpful, but sometimes you just gotta look.
So the flow of the store, do you start in like a certain aisle and always work your way?
Yeah.
Do you work your way forward or backwards?
So if you have like non-perishable, or if you need like anything for Bath and Body, you start over there, and then you go to like the
Yes, and
toilet
then you go
paper,
to
and
your-
then you get your cold
Yeah.
stuff on your way to the front.
See,
Yep.
I think that's the flow that I go to.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
and like when I make a list too, I put things
Yes,
No
in like
order.
the section.
and
yeah.
Darcy, when she makes a list, she'll have like, bananas right next to toilet paper.
Lotion.
And it's just like, well, then it makes me feel like I got to bounce back because I want to go in order.
Right, and you don't want to miss anything because you're like tracking, that way. So I get it.
So that's the flow of the order that we go.
Yeah. No, we do the same thing. We always start on the down by the hair products
Yeah.
and then go
I
to
think
the back and
I think
around.
it's because it's the cold items are at the end. Like if you
Yes.
start over here, then by the time you finish on this side,
Yeah.
Because
then
you're
you're
frozen.
Well,
warm.
we usually park
Yeah.
on
we park on the
the
north
grocery
also.
side.
Oh no, we don't.
Yeah.
We park on the
Everybody knows you got to park on that side, right?
north side. On
Right.
this.
Yeah, because
Obvious.
that's
Well, I'm
where
a south sider, so.
that's where all the
Us
clothes.
too, because then the checkout's on that side.
that's
No.
Right on out the door.
But then if you park on the north side though, there's always close spots.
Yeah, right. Also, I think it's God's way of saying it's okay for me to go to Walmart if I have a really close parking space. So that's why I shoot for those spots over there.
Oh, boy. Well, we got a couple other topics for Coffee Club coming up here in just a minute. First, I want to get Pat Hagedorn in, and Luke brought Luke with him. I'll pass it back to Luke. All right. Pat, get on up to that mic there. Going to talk Cornhusker State games as we are getting ready for another season. I'm going to put you on the spot here. How many years is Cornhusker State games? How long you guys been doing this here?
It's a big year, right?
Yeah.
It's 40 years.
40?
So we're celebrating 40 years of Cornhusker State games this year.
How's that even possible,
I
right?
know, exactly. And you've been a part of a lot of them. So, yeah,
Significant. When did you start?
So I'm on 32 of the 40. So,
Okay.
yep. I think my first year was 94, 95-ish. So,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah, and you were a part of a lot of them.
Yeah.
So let me introduce Luke. Luke
Sure.
Mishka is our director of events. He is a youngster on the staff, And we've been road tripping this whole week.
Yeah.
So we blew in from North Platte this morning, but as we're on the road, I'm telling him all about the old torch run days, old talent search days.
You're pointing the hills that you had to run.
Oh yeah, yeah. The hills that we went through. Thankfully, the sun was coming up. Thankfully, I delayed our trip enough that he could see the sun coming up over the beautiful hills,
the ups and downs
between North Platte and McCook, and it was awesome.
So, Luke, tell us, this is your first time with Cornhusker State Games, right?
Yeah, so this will be my first full year. I started last year, kind of right before things ramped up.
Yeah,
it was a whirlwind, but now I'm out on the Western Nebraska tour. First time in McCook, second time in North Platte. I learned more about the railroad than I ever thought I would, so that was awesome. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. I love what we do. We get to, be around sports.
Yeah.
Give a lot of people opportunities that they wouldn't have without the Cornhusker State Games, and yeah.
So I'm going to scoot you over just a little bit that way so we can see it. There you are. Peekaboo. I know cameras everywhere.
Yeah, I forgot about that part.
yeah. Check my hair. So let's talk about this year's Cornhusker State Games. You guys are out doing the promotional tour. You want people to get involved in this year's games. So tell us about it.
We're super excited for the first time ever. I mean, outside of the torch run, a lot of everybody's familiar with the torch run that we used to do in this area. But for the first time ever, we're actually bringing a Cornhusker State Games event out to this area. So we are moving the cycle tour, which is a non-competitive biking event, and we're moving it to North Platte.
All right.
And yeah, so super excited. So one of the biggest things we did yesterday was meet with Visit North Platte and Jeff Caldwell at Cycle Sport. Jeff is going to be our cycle tour director. And we're super excited. Cycle Tour has always been a popular event in the Cornhusker State Games, but it makes so much sense to bring it out here and give everybody a different scenic view of the sand hills. I don't know how else to explain it, but we're going to start and finish at Coyote Park in North Platte. The routes will take you north out of Coyote Park through the sand hills up towards Thedford. Tryon and is it Stapleton? Yeah, Stapleton.
Yep.
Up that way. We'll have 4 different routes. We'll have a family route that'll be roughly 10 miles, and then 25, 50, and then the big route will be the Century route, which is 100 miles.
On purpose, right?
Yeah, on purpose.
Let's go.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just super exciting because, as you know, Jesse, my hometown is North Platte, and so we've been trying to, this has been in the works for 5+ years. We're good partners with Nebraska Land Days, and David Fudge has always asked us to do something more. Like the torch run's always been a fan favorite, but to actually bring Cornhusker State Games out to central Nebraska that's been the goal.
All right. So you guys have how many games? How many different competitions do you have for this year?
74. We counted on we lose count because there's so many, but we actually we counted on the ride out here, so we're up to 74 different sports through 2 different weekends. Everything from chess and pickleball to our new sport this year is wiffle ball. We're really excited about that. We have a legit setup for wiffle ball. We have 2 fully turfed fields that we're going to be using, foul poles, radar gun type setup stuff. It's going to be sweet. So
really,
there's something for everybody, truly.
So Luke, have you ever participated in any of the games yourself?
So no, okay. I haven't. I wasn't going to bring this up, but I'm from actually Iowa.
I was going to throw you under under the bus. Buddy. I was gonna throw you under the bus.
So we were listening on the way here, and I heard the Iowa shout out, and I'm like, oh gosh, I hope this doesn't. I hope I don't have to talk about this.
You're in good company. Him too. He thinks too.
Iowa State is fine. Iowa Hawkeyes, not so
No.
much.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Are you a Hawkeye
we were
fan?
listening to you guys as
No
we
comment.
were coming in, and yeah, as long as if you're picked Iowa on the men's side, you're okay. But if you picked Iowa on the women's side, we're gonna have issues.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with your history there, Pat.
Oh my goodness, yeah. By the way, I wanted to bring that up. Your topic today.
Yeah.
I know you did that on purpose.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
So Jesse was at my wedding, and
Uh-huh.
I think he's wanting to be at my divorce.
Oh no.
If he's asking me about my better half on the radio,
That's good. That's fantastic. So one other question, Pat, have you ever played in any of the games? How does that work out?
Yep. So obviously we're pretty busy during the games. Our major role during the games is putting out fires, right?
Yeah.
If we don't have everything ready to roll by the time the games are going, then we hadn't done our job. But to answer your question, back in the day, Dave, Scott, and I used to do our adventure race.
Nice.
Yep, and that's back when Scott's dad was our executive director, Tom Ash.
Tom, right? Yeah.
Yep, Tom was the man. And we were scared to death to ask him if we could do the adventure race because it meant we would be out of the office for half a day.
Yeah. And yet it worked out, huh?
And it worked out just fine. And we did it for, I did it for the first year. And then they kicked me off the team because I sucked. And then they brought in a younger staffer that ended up doing it with them another couple of years. But
We're going to need you in the office.
yeah.
So is that when you switched to racquetball?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Jesse's sport. You still got? Where's your medal at?
My gold medal?
Is
It's
it
in his
hanging in
office.
here somewhere?
It's in the office.
I've got a gold medal in racquetball and a silver medal in basketball.
Oh, that's right. I
at the
forgot
state
about
games.
that. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
good. All right. If people want to enter the Cornhusker State Games this year, best way to do so, Pat?
CornhuskerStateGames.com.
You got some deadlines coming up?
For sure, the biggest deadline everybody needs to know is July 2nd. Like you have to be in and registered by July 2nd. The earlier you get in, the more money you save. So we are just like any other event.
Sure.
We call them price jumps, but the sooner you get in, the better.
And can we just call it out, too? It makes life easier for organizers if you get things in a little
no
earlier.
kidding, yeah.
Everybody knows that. Cornhusker State Games, the website again?
CornhuskerStateGames.com.
There you go. Pat, Luke, thanks for being here. Stick around here. We got some other fun topics here. What's the craziest thing you've ever done to get out of trouble? Josh, you want to start?
Josh, we picked this topic just for you specifically.
Just for you.
I've been pulled over twice with 2 cop kids in my car.
Okay, so what'd you do to get out of trouble?
Oh, well, I just said I got your kid in my car. No, but I think the big one that I got out of trouble with was, like, I don't know if it was so much trouble, like getting in trouble, but like there was going to be trouble. I had to go to the bathroom real bad, and I got pulled over. And so I had a cup of water and I splashed it on my face, looked like I was sweating a lot. And I told the cop came over, he's like, you know how fast you're going? And I said, I'm not going to lie to you. I said, I was going probably about 35 and a 25. And I said, because I got something that's coming way faster if we don't hurry this up. And I said, if we don't get home to that house over there, we're going to have a lot more trouble. And I said, you can wait outside and write me a ticket. And I was like, but I got to go. And he just looked at me like, just slow down and you get home. And so I
Have a nice day, Mr. Keenport.
I walked in the house and I kicked my shoes off and I went into his bedroom and we started playing Xbox.
Joshua Anthony.
But I never really got in trouble. Like I wasn't really like a bad kid.
All right, what about you gals?
I was a perfect angel, so.
Yeah, me too.
Right.
Ditto.
I'm going to go with that one too. Being from North Platte, Nebraska, we didn't do anything ever bad in North Platte, Nebraska. So
All right, Luke, you're a long way from home. Do you mind telling a story? What's the craziest thing you ever did to get out of trouble?
Why'd I show up here?
Man, I don't.
It's just forever on the internet, so that's all right.
Yeah, I'm trying to rack my brain. I really don't.
Our coworkers aren't watching either, just so you know.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can think of is was a trip to Iowa City one time, and I don't want to get into details, but
At one time.
but we're here.
Probably had to
And
go
I probably
college.
won't go back to Iowa City after that.
Next time.
Next time.
Okay. Well, that was going to be a really cool topic, but apparently nobody wants to play along. So.
What did you do? Or
Oh, actually, I got another one too.
Yeah.
Do you?
oh,
Yeah, it was
Okay.
when we were in Hays, Kansas, I got caught peeing in an alley. And by the cop, and the cop flashed his light at me. And he said, I can get you for indecent exposure. And he was probably a good 15 foot away. And I said, no offense, but if you can see that from over there, I'm pretty happy.
It was cold. It was really cold. Okay.
And so he died laughing a little, and he let me go. Because I mean, if you ever been
Oh, I know.
to any kind of bar scene, the bathroom's always full.
Always.
So then I just went outside by the dumpster.
Which already
Shrinkage.
smelled bad, so it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple raccoons and a cat there that were having fun.
How about you, Jesse? What was something you did to get craziest thing you did to get out of getting in
We've
trouble?
heard stories about you and Josh. You have something.
Yeah.
Well, I've never really tried to get out of trouble. I was just like, yeah, I did that. I never denied.
Okay.
Never tried to cover my tracks too bad with anything.
So we always thought Mom didn't know
Yeah, that way we were.
the way we were, but she knew.
Yeah.
And there was a couple times we thought we were sneaking in like ninjas.
Oh, the time
I
where
we
have
were-
one. I just remembered.
Okay.
Covered with
The do-do-do-do-do-do.
All right, Molly.
Okay, I remembered. I got a tattoo when I was younger, and it was my first tattoo, and I was really worried about telling my parents because it was my first tattoo. And so when I showed my dad, I made sure that I was around all of his friends so that he couldn't yell at me too much. And they were like, "Oh, that's cool," and my dad was like, "That's fine."
That's not cool.
So see, I saved myself.
We'll talk about this later,
It's
miss.
tattoo placement. Where was the tattoo?
Think about the 90s and where girls put tattoos.
See, he's got tattoos.
See?
I think Mom was a little disappointed when you got your tattoo.
I think she was more disappointed when I
with
got my
your ears. Yeah, when you,
gauges.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I got one tattoo right above my lip. Got it in third grade with a pencil jumping over a chair. Jammed a pencil right into my lip.
Oh.
That's my only tattoo.
What about old
What?
Yeah, she's quiet over
Wallace,
there.
Nebraska over here? They did some crazy stuff. I know.
I asked. She said, "No,
I was a
don't-
good kid.
I don't got a story."
I was gonna say that corner's awfully quiet over
I
there.
was a
Like,
good kid.
Yeah, your halo is just like blinding us over there.
It is.
I
was a
think
good
the
kid.
statute of limitations is up, but I need to check with a lawyer first before I tell that story. Yeah.
You just gotta let them rip, Tater Chip.
Most of mine happened in another state, so
Yeah.
we're good.
I can't go back to that state. State of denial.
Statute of limitations.
Yeah. Different zip code doesn't count.
Next topic for Coffee Club. What old person thing do you do?
Everything.
Yeah. Josh
bed
is kind of
by
an
9.
old soul. We've said that here.
So the first thing you do is you kick off your shoes and go put on your comfy clothes.
And slippers.
Yep.
Do you have your own chair that everybody gets out of when you walk into the room?
Oh no, not quite.
Not yet.
No,
Close.
because like we got
Yeah.
Cordell is like one of those guys. He's a seat stealer.
Oh.
So if he sees you get up, he's like, whew. He just goes right for it. So yeah, there's not really a special seat, but I do like being right directly in front of the TV.
Yeah.
Like if I'm off in a little corner or so, like I
Bothers you.
Yeah, that's
Almost
the
like-
dad's chair.
right there.
Gus, what old person thing do you do?
Literally everything. I go home from work, kick my feet up, and I don't fall asleep in my chair yet. But
Close.
we're not far from it.
All right. Molly?
Well, I lose my phone when I'm holding it. That happened literally yesterday. So.
I was like, it's probably in your pocket. She unzips her coat.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yep.
I literally called it. I was like, wait, hold on, guys. It was literally in my pocket.
Bailey, what old person thing do you do?
Well, it hasn't happened lately, but I like to go to bed early, like 9. I'm really ready for bed by 10.
Really?
Volleyball on Thursday nights, like we're playing volleyball still at 9:45 and 10.
And you're like, hey, come on, let's wrap
My
this up.
bedtime on my
people.
watch comes on, and I'm like, guys.
So did the
this
time
up.
change mess with you a little?
Yeah, that's why I told Molly, like, it's a surprise I'm, like, awake in here. I've
Even
been
though it's 2 weeks ago.
I've been waking up at, like, 7, and I make it to work still by 8, but...
Yeah. So, Luke, how about you? What old person things do you do?
Yeah, so I think I was just giving this some thought. I think our trip out here I think I've ignited a passion for bird watching. Seeing the cranes. So this is my first time seeing the cranes, right? And everybody's talking about the cranes.
Don't get me started on the
And
cranes.
That's what I've noticed is a lot of people around here don't actually like the cranes as much.
No, it's not that. We're just mad they won't let us hunt.
Yes.
We love the crane.
Ribeye of the sky.
The crane is. Oh,
Tastes like a steak.
Interesting.
but we can't shoot them because they're a protected bird here in Nebraska.
Also, now that you're in McCook, you can go see the prairie chickens.
Yeah,
We could get you a tour.
Are they mating right now?
Yes, this is the season
this
for
is the
mating.
this is the full swing of the
Yeah.
dance.
What does that cost?
I don't think very much. $30, $40, maybe more. I don't know.
Yeah,
Ask Carol. She can come on.
Yeah.
I'm sure. We should get her in sometime for that. Yeah. Believe it or not, it's a tourism driver for the area
Yeah, literally.
People come in from Alaska and New York. Did you know
from
that?
other countries.
to watch the chickens get
To mate.
freaky.
Yeah, to get it
They
on.
dance.
They do a little. They puff their chest and need a cigarette after.
There's got to be, like, have they ever heard of YouTube? Like,
You're the one that's the birder. So.
Hey,
It's different in real life.
if you want to put that kind of content on YouTube,
age restricted.
Not for children. Right. Okay. All right, Pat. What old person things do you do?
Well, I just realized I'm the eldest person in the room, so I'm all of the above, everything everybody else has already said, but I am that guy right now that loses his glasses.
Oh,
Like, I take my glasses off because
Jesse can relate, don't worry.
Yeah, I put them down and I can't find them. I can't remember where I put them.
I'm in transition really, because I do have to have reading glasses if I'm trying to read stuff, like even my phone a lot of times. But I'm not at the place where I'll wear glasses all the time. That's all I need is just for reading. So I got a pair here, a pair in every vehicle. I got one upstairs at the church, downstairs at the church, and my bass guitar at the church. So I've got glasses everywhere, but I'm not at the place that I'll actually wear the glasses all day.
They become an accessory. Just do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Half the time they're on my hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find them, but they're sitting on the brim of my hat.
I'll tell you the one that really bothered me is the other day somebody was walking around town and it was like a little cold outside and they had on like little short shorts and a little shirt and they had no jacket on and I'm just like, what is that person doing out there in the cold weather without no jacket, wearing just all them little skimpy clothes? And I thought to myself, 21-year-old Josh would have been like,
How you doing?
how you doing? What's up? And I just thought to myself, I'm like, why would you go outside looking like that?
There's a response for that, but it's not radio appropriate.
Haley, you got any old people things you do?
Definitely in bed by like 9 nowadays.
Yeah.
And
And so you can be up at midnight and 3 with your kid?
yes, he's been teething lately, so it's been a rough week in the sleep department.
Yeah.
You want
And
Grandpa
I-
Bud's remedy?
Oh, probably a shot of whiskey.
Yeah, a little shot of whiskey.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
Rub some whiskey on their guts.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh and I turned out just fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, that's debatable.
Brandy soaked raisins. Just
Delicious.
Just give them a couple of raisins.
You need to,
For you, 3 for me.
you need to work on your argument there, people. All right. Last topic for Coffee Club here. Kids get lost all the time. Adults, not so much.
Bet.
But when we get lost, it can be epic. So question is, what's your epic I got lost story? We're going to start with Pat. Being all over the state, there had to be a time when it didn't work out real good and you got lost.
So, again, teaching Luke stuff. When you get to town and you have a radio interview and you can't remember where you're supposed to go, just look for the tower.
Yeah.
That's how we got here. I've been here how many times, Jesse, and I couldn't
Right.
remember how to get here. And I'm like, where's the tower?
I usually tell everybody we're south of Taco John's because everybody knows what the taco is, right?
Oh, Taco John's.
Yeah. So
To your point though, like I can't tell you how many, like before GPS, how many torch run towns we have rolled into, and I had no idea where I was going, and I just followed the cop.
Yeah.
Just follow our police escort, and he'll take you to the right place. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Who else has got an epic I got lost story?
I think not being from the state, I don't know anywhere or anything, and so thankfully we have GPS, so I literally plug it in everywhere we go. But that's the only thing that saves me, especially like when I go to big cities like Lincoln or Omaha. If I don't plug it in, like we had to go to one of the hospitals, Bryan Health, went for a meeting, and we didn't plug it in until we were like there, and then we were like, oh God, how do we get there? What are we doing? Because you have to like do it in advance. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't it be cool if, especially in large facilities, even like the hospital, if you could plug in a GPS in the hospital? I need room 4220.
The boardroom. We were talking, because the boardroom, if you've been to the hospital, it's like kind of right in the center of the building. But so there's lots of entry points. And we don't have a lot of outside meetings at the boardroom, but there's occasions that we have to have it. And so I was talking to Danette with the foundation the other day, and she was like, how do you describe how to get to the boardroom? And I was like, well, hopefully all the people that are coming know how to get there, because it's a pretty common group. But come in through the MSC. That's all you can tell people, because it's just so hard.
You have to say medical specialist center because not everyone understands.
And then go to the middle of the building.
See, I
turn right.
But I didn't know there was the north door, so
Don't go in the back door.
I always walked around the backside and went through the big double doors.
Yeah.
And
because that back door is sometimes closed.
Right, and somebody's like, "Oh, you just go right there," and I was like, "That's not where I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to go to the conference room, which is around the corner."
Yeah.
Right. It's a tough one.
Anybody else with an epic I got lost story?
I got lost in Ray, Colorado.
No.
Yeah, somebody dropped me off there, and I don't know how I got there. Still this day, we still don't know how I got there. But yeah, I woke up and I was in Ray, Colorado, and I was completely lost. Went to a little coffee shop right on the corner of Ray, and
we were bird hunting, some little snipe or something. I don't know.
I can only think of one. Years ago, we our family called and said, "Hey, come to Johnson's Lake and go to, was it Saks Pizza?"
Yeah, Saks Pizza.
And we drove all over
Johnson Lake.
Couldn't find it. And we stopped at a gas station. We're like, "Hey, where's this place at?" They're like, "Just go down the road over here."
They gave the Nebraska, you just turn over by the Johnson place, swing a left over at Smithfield.
Yeah, we drove and like we got so wrapped. Mom got so wrapped around that she's like, "Oh God, I hope we find the highway," because we were like almost out of gas.
Yeah.
And we just went home.
She just like booked it home.
For me, it was, I've done dances for weddings for years and years and years and years. And somebody gave me a GPS setting, which was only about 12 miles away from the actual location it was supposed to be. And if they'd have just said, hey, the old Girl Scout camp that is, over by Trenton, I'd have been fine. I knew exactly where that was. But the GPS had us north of the highway.
Right.
The actual event is south of the highway.
Because I called you and you said, "Hey, buddy, I'm right behind you."
Yeah. Where are we going? You remember that day, don't you?
I remember it.
So that is your epic I got lost story. Well, folks, believe it or not, it is time for birthdays and anniversaries here on Hometown Family Radio. And if you got any birthdays or anniversaries, give us a call, 345-5598. Or you can post them on our Facebook page. We'll try to get those in for you. Does anybody have anybody that's celebrating a birthday here today through the weekend?
I have one tomorrow for Justin Daffer.
Okay.
I got Jessica Trombali. Also, Tyler Perkins, Lincoln Pocop, and Jane Ruth, Clint. I can't remember how to say his last name.
Clint Biggin.
Yeah, Biggin. And then our cousin Mackenzie Sharesta, she celebrates a birthday.
Okay.
Paula Sandberg has a birthday tomorrow with used to be Heritage Local.
Okay.
And Christy Lindsay, 8th grade math.
Nice. Kelly Zook, Michelle Proud, and Darren Morgan with birthdays. So we got to pick somebody to give our nice little birthday prize to.
A from Sainter's, ice cream from The Scoop, sandwich from Jimmy John's, and Coca-Cola.
Who's our birthday winner going to be?
Let's do. Gosh, I don't know. Mine are
Okay.
all from kind of out of townish.
Darren Morgan.
Darren Morgan. Sounds good.
He's pretty cool up at the college. Does a lot.
I guess we could have done Matt Coatney.
Yeah. Well, see if he'd come by. Yeah. Let's move on to the celebrity birthdays. It's a race. Everybody against Josh. Tell me why this person is famous. And we'll start with today's birthdays, which include Andrew Lloyd Webber,
Musician.
Yes.
Boom.
musician and composer.
She's out for you today, Josh.
He's busy.
Yeah. He's looking up the pictures so he knows.
I'm trying to get back to our Facebook page.
He's also a composer. Can you tell me why he's famous, though?
I mean,
what was it that he did?
Composed the song?
No, he was the director of Cats.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Phantom of the Opera. Yeah.
Yes.
Those are the two big ones. Kyrie Irving.
Basketball.
Dallas Mavericks.
Okay. Who else we got here? How about Rick Harrison?
Pawn Stars.
Yes.
Pawn Stars.
Best I can do is 58 years old. That's it. Shoute Low.
Rapper.
Sounds like a rapper.
James Patterson.
Is that the right? Yeah, writer.
Not Harry Potter,
He's a writer.
but he is a writer.
Yeah.
See, anybody can beat me on an author.
That's one thing you don't do.
I barely read directions.
Let's
Molly
see.
didn't either yesterday. Someone called her out. You were a teacher.
Yeah.
You didn't read the directions?
I said no. I don't have time for that.
How about March Palm? That's
March?
it's a dog. Yeah,
Okay, that's a first.
little Pomeranian. Dax.
Actor.
Yeah, William Shatner.
Actor.
From a better
Star Trek.
better show than Star Wars.
What?
He's lying.
What's wrong with you?
Those are fighting
light,
words.
There's a lightsaber hanging on the wall.
Right, yeah,
You're just calling people out.
Dave Portnoy.
Barstool.
Yes, he's an entrepreneur. How about Reese Witherspoon?
Actress.
Actress. Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama.
How old do you think Reese is?
Enough.
Enough for what?
52.
Enough.
48.
47 years old. Russell Howard has a birthday tomorrow.
Basketball player.
Comedian, television personality.
Dang it.
Close.
He's 4. James Clark.
Actor.
No. Computer scientist and entrepreneur who founded the Silicon Graphics Incorporated. And remember Netscape? That was him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Joan Crawford.
Actress.
Yeah. She was one of the flappers in the Great Depression. But yeah, an actress during that.
I miss those days.
Carrie Russell?
Basketball player.
Actress.
No.
Carrie is a girl. I mean, she could be a girl basketball player.
Did you ever watch Felicity?
Yeah.
Nope.
She was also in the Americans. Mission Impossible 3.
Is that pre-91?
Yes. Yes, it is. Bedtime Stories was another big one. Mo Farah?
Mufasa. Lion King.
No, this guy was a runner. Chaka Khan,
Rapper.
singer. CJ Perry,
Basketball player.
wrestler. Brett Young.
Country singer.
Singer.
Can you name any Brett Young songs?
No, I
nope.
cannot.
No. Can you?
Yeah, in case you didn't know.
Oh, that's.
And Like I Loved You. A couple of the big ones.
I know the beginning and ends of the song.
Perez Hilton.
Oh, he's
Perez
like a
Hilton.
Yeah, Perez.
Yeah, TMZ.
TMZ dude.
Yeah, and he was a blogger. And
That's
man, not a great list after that. Typical gamer, I guess, is the top there. Then Sunday birthdays, real quick. A couple of famous people. Jim Parsons.
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, he was Sheldon Cooper. Christopher Briney is 25.
Disney star.
And The Undertaker.
Wrestler.
Peyton Manning.
Some
Football player.
quarterback.
And Harry Houdini.
magician.
I don't like the picture that they keep for Harry Houdini. It just looks really crazy. Yeah, if you ever, that's the one that they always show of him. He's got those eyes that just cut right through you. Wow, it's crazy. There you go. That's our celebrity birthdays. Gonna wrap things up here for Coffee Club on a Friday morning, 22nd of March. So Bailey here from Community Hospital, and you've got a health fair that's coming up. Want to give a shout out for that here quick?
Yes, come walk in on March 27th to our Prairie View A meeting room from 7 to 9 to get your blood test at a discounted price. You can also pick up a colorectal test kit while you're there. I'll have those there available. And then the blood pressure kits, or the blood pressure checks and the free hearing screenings are also provided there. If you have any more questions on that, call me at 308-344-8550.
Okay. That is coming up quick. Pat, give a shout out for the state games and for folks to get in for this summer's activities.
You bet. Something for everybody. So just hop online, check it out, cornhuskerstategames.com. Everything from chess to horseshoe pitching to all your traditional sports to all your fun bar games, cornhole to electronic darts to you name it, we have it.
All right. That is a wrap for Coffee Club. March 22nd, 2024 from Hometown Family Radio's Coyote Country. Happy Weekend Eve.